So Andrea Lee, coming off the course today, how are you feeling with two competitive days under your belt?
Yeah, I feel really good. Had two really solid rounds of golf. Yesterday, the conditions were pretty tough, but hung in there, had six birdies, and had a few mistakes, but really had a grind. And today, the conditions were much nicer, but still had to really stay patient out there. I had a lot of 30, 40-foot putts for birdie, and had to just lag them up there and two-putt all of them, and not be too aggressive. So kind of took the opportunities when I had them, made a couple birdies, but other than that, it was just a pretty steady round of golf today.
Have you ever been to Scotland? Have you ever played links golf before?
I have actually, our Stanford team, we took a trip to Scotland last September for like 10 days, and it was so much fun. I mean, we played some of the best courses around. Got to play St. Andrew's Castle course, one of the Golden courses, Kings Barnes and North Berwick, just to name a few, and it was quite the experience. So I'm really excited to be back here.
Wow, got a lot of big name courses in your trip there. What was the reason for coming over to Scotland, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, so our coach is from Scotland, and it's the home of golf. So she tries to have the trip with the team once every 4 years. So it's pretty special. I mean, we're so lucky to be able to have that opportunity.
You get to spend an extra week in Scotland here as well after your performance at the Marathon Classic, being able to secure an exemption into the Women's Open next week. How exhilarating was that for you, and what were some of the emotions when you realized you had not only a top 5 finish, but a place in next week's major?
Yeah, it was definitely really exciting. I got off the course, shot 6 under, and I knew that I had a really good chance at getting one of the 10 spots to qualify for the British Open, and kind of refreshed the scores throughout the day, but kind of realized that I had secured my spot, and it's super exciting. I mean, one of my goals coming in last week was to be able to qualify for the Open, so I'm really looking forward to it. I've never played in the tournament before, so I'm really excited. I can't wait to go to Royal Troon. I heard it's beautiful, amazing, and yeah, I just can't wait. So
you played some spectacular golf those couple days in Toledo, especially at the Marathon Classic. What did you learn about your game those first few weeks, and what have you been working on since coming here to Scotland?
Yeah, the first week at Inverness, it was pretty tough. I gotta say, the LPGA did not set that course up super easy. So it was like a nice welcome back kind of, but yeah, definitely the nerves were there, and had a pretty rough first day, but came back strong and finished the last 2 days even par. So that was like kind of a big confidence booster going into the next week at the marathon, and didn't really put any expectations on myself, just did the best that I could. Had a great first round and struggled the next 2 days, and then had a fantastic last round. So just learned that I, have the opportunity to put, 4 good rounds together. And even though, I might have a bad day here and there, I always have the chance to come back. And I think that's what I've learned so far. Playing on the LPGA is just staying super patient out there, and like anything can happen, especially on the last day.
You had a really special caddy for the first 2 weeks in Toledo, David Brooker, who's usually on Jin Young Ko's caddy. Did he give you any advice before coming over here to Scotland?
Yeah, he told me, because I really like to hit my 60-degree wedge a lot around the green. So he was like, try out the 50, the pitching wedge, or even like a 9 or an 8 iron. And, I worked pretty hard on that the past couple of days during the practice round. And honestly, it's really paid off. So, he was giving me some good advice. He was so great in Toledo. We got along really well. And, it was really great, to work with him.
All right. If you have any questions for Andrea, you can use the chat function to let me know, and I'll open it up for you. I also want to ask, now that you do have these 2 competitive rounds under your belt, as we head into the weekend, you safely are above the cut line at 2 under par. What is there to work on going into the weekend, and what are you going to be focusing on as you take on the Renaissance course again?
Yeah, I think just, continuing to hit good drives. You really have to, put it in a good position to hit the greens out here. If you hit it a little right or a little left, it could go in the thick stuff, the fescue. So just continuing to hit straight drives and Probably going to work on some of my approach shots because I had a lot of lag putts today. But yeah, hung in there, and yeah, just continuing to chip around the greens and getting a feel of, the firm surfaces. So I think all those I'll try to work on for this weekend.